students, let us see what is a variable, what is a literal. So each gate input is labeled with a variable. So if you see this particular example, there are three variables. One is A, B, C. So there are three variables. So now let us see what is literal. Each appearance of a variable or its complement in an expression will be referred to as a literal. For example, here let us take an example A B bar C plus A bar B plus A bar B C bar plus B bar C bar. The following expression has three variables and has 10 literals. So how do you count the literals now? So here this is one literal, next literal, third literal, fourth literal, fifth literal, sixth literal, seventh, eighth literal, ninth literal. So there are 10 literals. So you can understand now what is a literal here. Is it each appearance of a variable or its complement? So here B is a variable, but B bar is a complement of this B variable. So this B bar is considered as a literal. A is also considered as a literal. Okay. A, B, C is a variable. So here, what is a truth table? A truth table specifies the values of the Boolean expression for every possible combination of values of the variables in the expression. So already we have seen truth tables for different gates: AND gate, OR gate, NAND gate, NOR gate, XOR gate, XNOR gate. So all those, for all the gates we have seen the truth table. So it specifies the values of the Boolean expression for every possible combination of values of the variables in the expression. So let us see what is sum of product and product of sum. Sum of products is considered as SOP. Product of sum is considered as POS. So this is the other name for SOP. This is sum of product, and the other name for product of sum is POS. So here let us take one example for sum of products. So as the name says, it is sum of products. So what are products here? So you have written A B bar, C D bar E, A C bar E bar. So all these are the products. A into B or A into B bar is a product. Is it? So there is product here, first product, second product, third product. So now you add up these products. So what it becomes? Sum of products. So a sum of products expression can be realized using one or more AND gates feeding a single OR gate at the circuit output. So when you combine all these, so this is one AND gate, this is the second AND gate, this is the third AND gate. So when you combine all these AND gates, three AND gates, so you get at the end, you'll be getting an OR gate. So you have to get 3 input OR gate. Okay. So one input here for this another input, and this is the third input. So 3 input OR gate you have to have, and then at last you will be getting a single output. You say it Y is the output. So like that. So same way here, product of sums, that is nothing, we call it as POS. So example you can take here A B bar. Okay, so A plus B bar, and next you have C plus D bar plus E. Next you have A plus C bar plus E bar. So now you have sum. This is one sum, this is the next sum, this is the third sum. So you are going to do the multiplication now. That means the product of all these three terms, is it? So product of sums. This product of sums expression can be realized using one or more OR gates feeding a single AND gate at the circuit output. So now let us see some laws and rules of Boolean algebra. So you have to remember these formulas. Okay, it's not there in the syllabus, but still you have to know these formulas. So already you know commutative, what is commutative law, associative law. So here, if you apply it to the our logical expressions, so a plus b is equal to b plus a. So if you add in this way, a plus b is equal to b plus a, or you say a into b is equal to b into a. So here you have actually this is OR gate, this is you are doing AND gate. Okay, A and B is equal to B and A, or you say A or B is equal to B or A. So same way here, associative law, A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. Same way, A into B into C is equal to A into B into C. Distributive law you have, that is A into B plus C is equal to A into C plus A into B. Similarly, it applies for the A plus B, B into C is equal to A plus B into A plus C. So next you have identity law, that is A plus 0 is equal to A and A into 1 is equal to A. Okay, you get back something you add to A, you get back A itself. Something you multiply with A, you get A itself. Or you say A plus 1 is equal to 1. The same way, A into something 0 is equal to 0. So next you have some De Morgan's law here. That is A plus B whole bar is equal to A bar into B bar. Same way, A plus B whole bar, A into B whole bar is equal to A bar plus B bar. So this is some of the laws you have to remember for solving problems. So what is redundant terms? The term not or no longer needed or useful, we call it as redundant terms. So let's take one expression here. A plus BC into A plus D plus E. So that is equal to, so when you multiply these terms, so this is one expression and the expression you have, you are going to multiply these. So what happens here is, so let us see here, you are going to multiply first A with A, this A. So what happens? A into A. So A into A is nothing but A itself. So you write it as it is. So next thing is A into D. So you get AD. Okay, next you write A into E. Is it AE? Okay, I have written A. Next, so this is A is being multiplied with every terms. Next, let us take BC. So what happens? ABC into A. So that becomes ABC. Next you have BCD. Next you have BCE. So this is a redundant term here. So something when you multiply here A into A, you get A itself. So what the extra A you have here, that is it? So A into A, you get back A itself. So A is one of the redundant term here. Is it? Say here, I have written in comments A into A is equal to A. So 1A becomes the redundant term. That is not needed for the next expressions. Okay. So same way here, take A outside. Next, for the next calculations, you need to take A outside. Okay, since you see here A is common, so you take A outside and then you do the expression like this: 1 plus D plus E plus BC into A. So next plus BCD plus BCE. Okay, so here again A plus 1, okay, A plus 1 is 1, is it? Or something you take a term, maybe b also. B plus 1 is 1 itself. Or b into 1 is also b itself. So same way here, 1 plus d is 1 itself. 1 plus d is 1. 1 plus e is 1. 1 plus bc is also 1. So everything here, this gets cancelled and it becomes 1 totally. From here till you cancel it and it becomes totally 1. So a into 1 becomes a itself. So this is now the redundant term. This is not needed. 1 plus d plus e plus bc is not needed for the next calculations. So this becomes the redundant term here. Is it? So then you keep bcd plus bce as it is. So now let us see the sum of products, method 1. So possible ways to implement this SOP expression is to add two or more input signals that are in uncomplemented form. So SOP is nothing but sum of products. So product is nothing but you have AND gate. Okay, when you have sum of the expression as AND, then you combine those AND gates and give those outputs of AND gate to the next OR gate. So SOP expression is two or more AND functions all together. So here the sum of products expression can also be written in another way. So we have taken here the AND gates, 4 AND gates. So the inputs to the AND gates are in different manner. So let us take first example, that is here A input is 0, B input is 0. That means A comes in a uncomplemented form, B also comes in a uncomplemented form. So that is A bar, B bar. So output from the AND gate is A bar, it becomes A bar, B bar. Okay, that's the same way we have written here fundamental product A bar, B bar. And next gate, that is it has an input 0 and 1. So here we have taken it as A bar, B bar, A bar P is the input to the AND gate, and next the output comes in this form. It is A B bar. Okay, same that thing we have written in the table. So next gate, that is A B bar output you have. Next the fourth gate you have A B as the output. So all this output you have to combine and give as the input to the OR gate, and then you get a single output from the OR gate. So that thing we have not shown here, but you can see that how many AND gates you have and how the combinations of inputs you get to the particular AND gates. And the next step is you'll be having a OR gate. Okay, so all these that is all the fundamental products you have to combine together, and you have to give these that is outputs as an input to the OR gate. So the fundamental products are also called as mean terms. So if you are going to solve some problems in the next coming units, so you'll be coming across this term called mean terms. So you have to know what is a mean term. So here the products A bar B or A bar B, A B bar, A B are represented by M0, M1, M2 and M3 respectively. So what is this? Why they have given M0, M1, M2, M3 for these particular products? So you may think that. So the suffix here, that is suffix what we write here, that is here you have 0 in the first term, that is M0 you have, no? So this is a suffix we call here. The suffix I of mi comes from the decimal equivalent of binary values that makes corresponding product term I. So here, something you write 0, 0 as the input, is it? So that is, the binary equivalent is 0 itself. Okay, 0, so A bar B, you write it, if you write in this binary values, you write it as 0, 1. So that means it is giving you the binary value as 1. Okay, so that's why M1, we write it as M1. Okay, so next thing you have, that is A, if you consider A as 1, next B bar as 0, so it becomes 1, 0. So what is 1, 0? 1, 0 means it is 2. So that is M2. We write it as M2. Okay. So next value is AB. So AB means we write in this binary values, if you are writing 1, 1, it is. What is 1, 1? 1, 1 stands for your value 3. Is it? So decimal equivalent is 3. So that's why you get this product values as M0, M1, M2 and M3. Similarly, if you have four input sum truth tables, A, B, C, D you take. Is it? So there may be M0 to M15 values. Okay, so if you have the 3 input truth table, there will be the main term values will be from M0 to M8. So it depends on your problem. Here we have considered only 2 input AND gate. It is only from M0 to M3. Sum of products, method 4. Here we have considered 3 input AND gate. So let us see the fundamental products, how we can write ABC as. So that is 0, 0 as, how we are going to write it as A bar, B bar, C bar. So as the previous truth table you have seen, there was only 2 input. Now we are going to consider 3 input. So the steps are same for this table also. So you consider 0 as A bar, again B here you consider it as B bar, next C, if you write 1, you write it as C. So like this we go on writing for different combinations. We have 8 different combinations. So for this, if you are writing the equivalent logical circuit, so how do you write for the gates? That is A bar, B bar, C bar. So that means 0, 0, 0 is the input. What output you get? A bar, B bar, C bar. So this is the equivalent circuit for that. So now you have only for this particular value, first value, second value and third value. Okay. So similarly you have the AND gates for all these other values also. So everything you need to combine these fundamental products, okay, and you add those products. So you get sum of products. So when you do the sum, you should have OR gate also. So you combine all the AND gates and those outputs from the AND gates will be given as an input to the OR gate. Okay, at last you will be getting this one single output. So take one more example here. So A, B, C is the input, Y is the output. We consider A, B, C as the input and Y as the output. So here you have 0, 0, 0 as the input to the AND gate. You get Y output as 0. Next you have A, B as the input 0, 0 and C input is 1, Y is 0. So they have represented some of the outputs of AND gate. So for the different combinations of A, B, C. Okay, so just change the values here. Here you can see that 1 1 1 gives 1, whereas 1 1 0 also gives 1. So you have got certain values in the output side. So let us take only once. So in the output side, only once you take. So 1, where you get 1. So that is A bar for the input, A bar, B, C. So next 1 you get here. So that what is the input? A, B bar, C. Next 1 you get for the input A, B, C bar. Next you have for the Y, you have A bar, A, B, C. So to get the sum of products equation, all you have to do is all the fundamental products. So what you can write? For what you can write is Y is equal to A bar B C. Take these terms only. A B bar C plus A B C bar A plus A B C. So you have written a Boolean expression now. So the alternate form of representation, so either you can write in this way or another way. So here the alternate form is Y is equal to F of A B C is equal to summation of mean terms 3, 5, 6, 7. Why? Because what is 3 here? So this is first mean term, second mean term, third mean term. Sorry, 0 mean term, first mean term, second mean term, third mean term. So third mean term you got 1. So that's why we have written here 3. Next, fourth you don't have, fifth you have. Fifth, sixth and seventh mean terms you have got 1. So that's why this expression. So this is summation of mean terms 3, 5, 7. So in the previous slide you have seen the summation symbol. So what is the meaning of the summation symbol? So it symbolizes summation of logical or operations that is performed on corresponding mean terms. And Y is equal to F of ABC means that Y is a function of 3 Boolean variables A, B, C. The kind of expression or representation of a truth table is also known as canonical sum. Now let us represent the circuit for the previous example. So if you can see that we had at 3 we had a mean term. We have got 1 there for the mean term 3, 5, 6 and 7. So that same thing we have written over here. The mean term was third mean term was represented as A bar B C. So that is one we input. Next is A B bar C. Next one was A B C bar, and the seventh mean term was A B C. So all these are combined together, and we have given it to the input of OR gate, and then you're going to get it the output in the Y.